Hello you guys, what is up? Welcome back. Whoever watching is doing well. I hope you guys are all taking care of yourselves. Today's pick a card is going to be pick a card on your love life over the next 6 months. This is going to be especially relevant for those of you who are single or for those of you who are not necessarily in a relationship but not really in a relationship. If you are in a relationship, you guys, this could also be relevant to you, but I'm feeling like this reading is going to be more geared towards the singles or the people who are in like situationships, okay? So before I show y'all the piles, this is just a reminder that tarot is a divination tool. It's an intuitive practice, you guys, so take what resonates and leave whatever does not resonate, all right? Without further ado, here is a clip of the piles right now. All right, you guys, these are the 3 piles. We have group 1. Wait, where's group 1 with the judge, group 2 with the journey, and group number 3 with money. If you guys need a moment to meditate on which pile is calling your name, you guys are free to do that right now. And if you would like to pick more than one pile, you guys are always welcome to do so. All right, you guys have now picked your pile. Please go ahead and check out my description box where I've left you guys all timestamps for when your reaching shall start. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into today's pick a card. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your guys' reading. I'm really excited to get started. Let's start with the dice. We've got Pisces and Gemini. Hello, Pisces. Hello, Gemini. Capricorn and Virgo. Hello, Capricorn. Hello, Virgo. Aries and Sagittarius. Hello, Aries. Hello, Sagittarius. Let me pull the mic a little bit closer. Okay, guys. Let's go. Okay. Starting off with the tarot. All right. Can I please get a message for group 1 in regards to the next 6 months of their love life? For the singles, for the people in a relationship, for the people who are confused. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna be very honest. If you're not in the mood for a heavy message, toodaloo, all right? Because this is not it. You know what? It's not even that heavy. It's just people, this isn't, if you're wanting a relationship, if you're wanting to hear like, oh my God, you're meeting the love of your life, that could still happen, obviously, you guys. But the beginning of this message is difficult. So if that's gonna annoy you, see you later. Ooh, why can I not just not drop cards? Why? All right, so the first card we have here, you guys, is the 9 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands is talking about feeling beat up. As you guys can clearly see, this man looks a little rough, all right? He's been beat up. He feels like the world is against him. He feels like he has been facing struggle after freaking struggle. And this is essentially just indicating an energy of like, things not necessarily going the most smooth in your love life, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're single, whether you're in a situationship. If you are in a relationship, I would almost see this as like fighting occurring, arguments, disagreements, things like this. If you are single, I would see this as potentially like going on dates that just freaking suck, or getting ghosted, or things like this, right? Situationships, same thing. I mean, I feel like that out of everything can be the most heavy in this situation in regards to this card. So there's that. Now we have a wrapping up of cycles. So there's certain aspects of your relationship that is going to come to an end. There's certain aspects of your relationship that is closing out. Whether this quite literally is like you closing out a relationship and deciding like, I don't want to be with you anymore, which can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that not all endings are sad. Like some people can leave a relationship, you guys, and be happy. And if that's not you, that's okay. But there are some people who can leave a relationship and it's a good thing, it's a positive thing, especially for those of you who are mature and like, you know. And also, I'm not saying that you can't be sad when a relationship ends either, but I just feel like sometimes when I talk about relationships ending, it comes off in a way where it's like, oh, this is a sad thing, and it doesn't always have to be a sad thing. So I just wanted to point that out. But the world is talking about wrapping up cycles, closing out chapters in your relationship. If this is not a complete breakup, then I would see this, you guys, honestly, as needing to restructure a relationship completely from head to toe. For those of you who are in a situationship, I would say that something's got to give, something's got to change. It's either, it's almost feeling like an ultimatum, all right? It's almost feeling like it's either, how do I have a nicer analogy or saying? It's like, figure it out or go away. Like, figure out what you want with me or leave me the frick alone, okay? For those of you who are single, I would see this potentially as you wrapping up certain cycles in regards to yourself and how it is that you're going about dating, especially because we do have the Four of Swords here. So for all of you, again, relationship, situationship, single, this is talking about taking rest and time to like, all right, decompress. This is a decompression, a cooling off period, a moment in which we are recharging. I feel like you guys, and I talk about this so much, and you can refute this if you want, it really does not matter. When you focus on yourself, and again, you can argue with me if you want, you are putting yourself in a position where you are then so much more capable of demanding the love that you deserve, demanding the respect that you deserve. And I'm not trying to say that if you don't love yourself that you're not worthy of love, but you're going to accept love that is not worthy of you. Like, you're going to accept anything. If somebody's starving, they're not going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so picky. That's exactly why people say, you guys, like, in order for you to find true love, you have to first love yourself. Because if you're starving in the desert, if you're in the Sahara, and you're starving and you're thirsty, someone can come with a freaking cactus and be like, hey, you want this cactus? And you'll eat the gosh dang cactus, okay? So that is my point in saying, like, self-love is important. And that is everyone, I don't want to speak for everyone, but most people, when they're talking about self-love and why it's important to find self-love prior to finding actual love, that is what they're talking about. They're saying, don't be starving when you are trying to go out looking for love, because then you're going to eat anything. And that's not okay. So, ran over. I recently got a message that just annoyed me because I was like, you're missing the gosh dang point. You are missing the point, Susan. Anyways. Can I get a message for group? The energy is, you guys, rough waters, closing out chapters, taking a break, all right? To simplify it. All right. You know what? I love this and hate it at the same time. So we have the Tower. Now, if you've been on my channel before, you know I'm not somebody who believes that the Tower is, I mean, obviously it's heavy. Obviously it's not an easy card to deal with, but it's not as bad as people like to paint it. If anything, I think the Tower is destructive so that we can reconstruct, all right? I view the Tower as an opportunity to start over, all right? Now, it's not an easy process to bring down this Tower, to bring down this structure, but it's necessary. And ultimately, and also, like, the cards are also proving my point. They're like following what I say here with the Tower. This is an opportunity, you guys, to start over. This is an opportunity to have a fresh start. It's going to be painful, all right? It's going to be painful. It's not going to be easy. That's what's coming up. So again, for those of you who are in a relationship, I really don't see this as progressing forward with this person. And if you are progressing forward with this person, I would see this as like needing deep therapy, right? Needing to really get down and heal the roots of the relationship. For those of you who are in a situationship, I would just, if you feel like this person has not, also, can we talk about situationships for a minute? I have never met a man, you guys, who will disagree with me. For those of you who are in hetero situations, I can't speak for like the LGBTQ community, right? I can't speak for you guys because I feel like you guys not work different, but you guys, the dynamics are a little different. Versus I feel like in hetero relationships, they're mostly, like, straight men are mostly the same, okay? And that's no offense to straight men, but I feel like straight men are mostly the same and think on the same wavelength for the most part. In general, all right? Not everybody, obviously. But I've never met a straight man who's like, yeah, I met the love of my life, and I was just like, I'm gonna just keep her in the friend zone, or I'm not gonna lock her down. We're just gonna be in a situationship, and I'm not gonna, like, I'm afraid to commit to the love of my life. Like, what? I've never met, no, okay. So my point in saying this, you guys, essentially is just, if you're in a situationship, this is not good, okay? I would look at this as a completely, like, ripping this relationship apart, okay? Starting over, needing to just throw the whole man out, throw the whole person out. Now, this is not negative to me, you guys, because we have so much positivity here at the end with the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is stable, he's reliable, he's grounded. You can count on the King of Pentacles to show up when you need him, okay? So it's almost like we're going through this difficult time, this rough energy. Perhaps we're taking time to reconnect to ourselves, reconnect to our inner selves, and really having an opportunity to understand what we need in a relationship via this Four of Swords, having an opportunity to sit with ourselves and evaluate what's going to make me happy, what's going to make me feel fulfilled, what's going to make me feel the most at peace with my decisions in regards to my relationships. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to choose this Tower. I don't think this Tower is necessarily being thrusted upon you, but I think it's going to be a choice. It's going to be a choice to rip apart this structure, to rip apart this relationship, or to completely start over in regards to your love life. Through doing that, this is the solid foundation. This is the groundedness, okay? This is the stability that you are wanting in your love life. Through this uprooting, we then have an opportunity to set a stronger foundation, all right? Something that can actually stand the test of time, something that can actually be long lasting. Because with the Tower, this is always built on a foundation that's not stable. That's why it's falling apart, you guys, because the foundation isn't stable. For the King of Pentacles to come directly after that, it's telling me that the next tower that you build, the next structure that you build, it's going to have this strong foundation. It's going to have this really stable energy. For some of you watching this, there could be an earth sign coming into your life who is going to provide you with this stability. It could even be that for some of you watching that you are stabilizing yourself, and in doing that, yet again, you being stable, you are only going to be attracted to those who are stable. Have you guys ever met somebody who's super grounded, super stable, and then their relationship is chaotic? I feel like that's never the case. I feel like if you're in a chaotic relationship and you're staying in that relationship, there's something a little chaotic or off about you as well, or something that needs to be addressed about you as well. And I say that with complete love. There are so many people that I personally love very dearly who are in chaotic relationships. And I'm like, okay, well, if you were stable, you would not put up with this. You'd be like, I can't do it. All right. So essentially what I'm saying, guys, is some of you who are choosing to break down this Tower, I do feel like there may be an earth sign, or again, more stability coming in towards you that you're adopting yourself, that is then creating more stability in your romantic relationships, especially because we have the Four of Wands. Now, for those of you who are in a relationship and this is a reconstruction of a relationship, I see this as like going to therapy, again, really getting down to the foundation, to the roots of the relationship, and figuring out how it is that we can move forward with stability. I do feel like marriage or an engagement is on the horizon for those of you who are choosing to do that. For others of you, again, this is stability happening in your love life. This is groundedness happening in your love life. This is you coming in. I feel like you're getting out of a relationship that just sucks butt. Okay, for lack of a better word, I feel like this relationship sucks butt. This person, this situationship just sucks. And I feel like you guys are literally ripping that person out of your life, or you're saying, you know what, bestie, I deserve better. So toodaloo. And I feel like in doing that, again, you are then welcoming energy that is more stable. You're welcoming energy, you're welcoming in people who are more stable and who are ready to commit, who are ready to say, yes, like, I want to be with you. I will never, okay, I can't say I'll never understand, because I've been in that situation before. If you are young, if you are a young woman watching, if you are an older woman watching, and there is somebody in your life who you are romantically involved with, you are intimate with them, you are emotional with them, you are talking to them on a consistent basis, and they say, I don't want to commit to you for A, B, and C, you guys, this person is not worth your time. This person is not interested. And obviously I understand that there is nuance, but for the vast majority of people, that is never going to be the case. I can't imagine a situation, like, there's nothing, here's the thing, all right? Why would you want to be with somebody who only wants to be with you when it's convenient, who only wants to be with you when their life is perfect? Because for me, my life isn't perfect, and I'm sure your life isn't perfect. Nobody's life is freaking perfect, right? So why would you want a partner who only wants you when you're perfect, or only wants you when they're perfect? Because that's just never going to happen, right? Life is never going to be perfect. I feel like being in a partnership is about choosing somebody every day, choosing them when you're having a bad day, choosing them when they're having a bad day. It's not about like, oh, it's just not the time. Now, obviously, again, there's nuance to this conversation, but I feel like, again, for the vast majority of people, if somebody has made it clear that they don't want a relationship with you, or that they're on the fence about it, there's a reason that they're on the fence. And I would just proceed with caution. Actually, I wouldn't proceed, but you should proceed with caution if you want to proceed. Anyways, let's move on to the oracles. Can I get an astrology card for group 1 in regards to what's coming up? Interesting. All right, some of you are gonna have to break through your illusions. There are some of you who are, and I'm saying this with love, some of you are delusional, some of you are delulu, all right? And I think, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I think it's productive to be delusional in certain situations. I think when it comes to love and relationships, again, especially if you were dating a straight man, no, okay? No. I feel like unmasking or unveiling your eyes and looking at the situation in a very like matter-of-fact manner is going to be beneficial for a lot of you. This is not for all of you. Not all of you are being delusional, but for those of you who are, where this is resonating and you're like, yeah, he did say like he's not ready for a relationship and it's because this and that, like, you need to stop making excuses for this person, okay? We have Mars or woman. I know I keep saying he, but like this could also be a woman we're talking about, you guys. We have Mars. This is motion, taking action. All right. I do feel like for a lot of you, this action is talking about this tower because Mars is also the planet of war. All right. And war can tend to be destructive. It's not that it can tend to be. War is destructive, period. So that's why I'm seeing this as this tower, because this tower is also very destructive. Now, I don't want to say war is productive because I don't think under any circumstances is war ever productive. I don't think that we, as a society today, living in 2023, I don't think any of us should ever have to be involved in a war. I think it's literally disgusting. But not the point of the reading. There's action happening in your love life, and I feel like for a lot of you, it's action in a way that at first can be seen as very destructive, at first can be seen as very perhaps volatile, but ultimately I think it's something that's going to lead to a lot of like fresh soil being turned over, having an opportunity to start again, right? We have the 8th house. This says mystery. The 8th house is connected to death and rebirth. Here's the thing, guys. Again, I think for a lot of you, there's major endings happening in your love life, or there's major changes happening in your love life. And I think that these changes involve hurt. I think it involves sadness. I think it involves difficulties. For some of you, you'll be able to continue on with your partner, but I think that it's going to be a rocky road ahead. For most of you, I would encourage you to take time to be by yourself, to sit with yourself, to learn to love yourself, to appreciate yourself, and to respect yourself. So then you can feel worthy of finding a partner that is in alignment with yourself, okay? Because again, you don't want to go out looking for love when you're in a desert. You don't want to go out looking for food when you're, obviously when you're starving, you want to go out looking for food, but like, that is not how it should be when you're looking for a relationship, okay? You don't need another human to survive. You don't need romantic love to survive. And if that is your mindset when you're looking for love, you're going to settle for anything, you guys. And I just personally don't want that for you. And I don't feel like spirit wants that for you either, or else this message wouldn't be showing up, right? We have the 9th house of exploration. This is beautiful and amazing. The 9th house is connected to Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all about luck, growth, expansion, very Jupiter energy. This is indicating travel, you guys. So for some of you, this could be an indication that you will be meeting somebody while you are traveling. This doesn't mean that you're meeting someone who lives far away from you. It could be that maybe you're on a dating app and then you're going on a vacation somewhere and you are conversing with this person who lives in your area, but you are not currently in the area when you're conversing. It could also mean that you are meeting someone when you are literally traveling. This person could also come from a foreign land, someone who is not from where you are from, okay? This does not have to be far and wide, all right? This could be an American and a Canadian. That is, Canada is technically, okay, Canada is not foreign, but you guys get my point. This is also talking about growth and expansion. So again, for a lot of you watching this, I see this as you taking that time to sit with yourself and to grow and expand within yourself, okay? This is also talking about spirituality. So again, like a self-reflection, really evaluating oneself, really evaluating where you are at as an individual. You do not want to be looking for love when you are starving, because then you will literally eat anything, all right? That is the main message that I feel like needs to come up. Let's keep going. Can I get a message for group 1? Yeah. All right. So we have conflict. This is clashing differences and incompatibility. So for those of you who are in a relationship and for those of you who are in a situationship, conflict, incompatibility. I said this in the beginning with the 9 of Wands, right? Also, the fact that we have Mars here. Mars is the planet of conflict. We have possibilities here. This is free-spirited adventure and risks. This is talking about that 9th house energy, right? That ninth house energy of exploration and expansion. The possibilities are endless, you guys. Don't limit yourself. Don't feel like, oh, well, I've been in this relationship for 7 years, so I can't leave. Or I've been with this person for this amount of time, so I can't leave. You are only holding yourself back when you limit yourself like that, okay, you guys? So keep in mind that the possibilities are endless. And we have memories. It says reminiscing, dwelling, and bittersweet. Okay, I think that this is oftentimes the reason why people hold on to relationships so tightly, because they're holding on to memories. And I completely understand that when we release a person, these memories start flooding back and we start going, oh, like maybe I made the wrong choice. Maybe I shouldn't let them go. I want to say this, you guys. You cannot stay in a relationship based on past memories. You cannot stay in a relationship based on the fact that, like, oh, this person treated me well 6 months ago, or this person was treating me well a year ago. Memories are not real. They're real, but they're not in the present moment. They're not here in the present. They are something that don't exist anymore, right? Memories are something we get to look back on and be like, oh, like that was nice that I got to experience that, but it's not something that is in our present moment. It's not something that is in our current timeline. So holding on to someone or holding on to a situation based on past memories or past experiences is really unhealthy. And I want to encourage you guys, for those of you who are experiencing perhaps unhappiness in your current situation, and the only reason why you're staying is because of the memories or because of the history, please release that, all right? Because you're holding yourself back by holding on to something that is not currently in your reality. I want more from this deck because I feel like that was not nearly enough. Can I please get one? There we go. Confusion. If somebody is leaving you feeling unsure, if you're feeling confused, if you're feeling uncertain, I want you guys to be I want to be super clear on this. Somebody who loves you, somebody who cares about you, somebody who wants you is not going to leave you feeling confused, all right? I also feel like for some of you, this confusion, this back and forth feeling is happening within your own self, which is why there is that 4 of Swords energy here of needing to really sit with yourself and evaluate like how it is you're feeling and what it is that you want. Oh, my nose. Can I please get a message for group number 1? We have rival. All right. So you guys need to understand, and you need to hear me when I say this. Your partner, your romantic partner, should not be your rival. It should not be like you two are fighting on opposite sides. All right. When you are in a relationship and you're having an argument with your partner, it should be you and your partner fighting against the problem or the issue, and not you two fighting against each other. For others of you, I'm almost feeling like this is like self-sabotage, talking about sabotaging yourself in regards to love. We have judge as well. All right. So what does a judge do? A judge makes a ruling or makes an official opinion on a situation. So again, I'm almost feeling like this is a need to obtain clarity. Perhaps this is a need to obtain facts and information that will help you make a clear decision moving forward. All right. Actually, let's go here first, and then I will switch it up. Can I please get a message for group number? All right, so we literally have a discovery period, you guys, and this discovery period is quite literally talking about a need for you to self-reflect. I've said this throughout the reading. There is a major message here for you guys of you need to take a rest. You need to take a step back, whether you're in a relationship, in a situationship, or single. You need to take a step back and evaluate yourself. This is not saying you need to break up with this person. This is not saying you need to leave this person, although based on all the other cards, I would say maybe that's a possibility. But I think the major point of this message is you need to really reflect upon yourself and reflect upon what it is that you want and where you're wanting to go in regards to your love life. We also have finding balance. All right, so finding balance is going to play a major role in you finding happiness in your love life over the next 6 months, group number 1, okay? All right, let's get some final messages for you guys. Oh my gosh. Can I please get a message for group 1? We have fragile heart. It says you can be vulnerable and trust in this connection. Your fragile heart is safe. Okay, I think that this is talking about this King of Pentacles, and the reason why I think that group 1 is because, again, the King of Pentacles is stable, the King of Pentacles is reliable, the King of Pentacles is grounded. So that is why I'm feeling like that is what this is referring to. I would hold out until you meet this King of Pentacles. We also have lessons of Jupiter. It says align, demonstrate, and express the values and beliefs you have learned about love. Be open to new ways. Be open to new ways. The results are healing and expansive. Okay, so Jupiter is here again, you guys. I do feel like for a lot of you over the next 6 months, your love life is evolving and growing for those of you who choose to let go. For those of you who choose to allow this tower to fall, I feel like you are finding more harmony and balance and happiness in your love life, more growth. I also feel like for some of you, you're going to be entering into a relationship that is unlike previous relationships. And in the beginning, it's going to be uncomfortable. And what I mean by uncomfortable is the dynamic is a little bit different. It's not that it's not solid. It's not that it's not stable, but it's almost like this is different than anything I've experienced before. And I'm uncomfortable with this, or I don't know how to handle this. It could be that you're dating somebody who's really busy, so perhaps they don't have time to constantly talk to you and you're not used to that type of dynamic. It could be that you are dating somebody who has children and you're not used to that type of dynamic. It could be that you're entering into a long distance relationship and you're not used to that type of dynamic. But that is what I mean, you guys, by like entering into a relationship that you may be uncomfortable with. It's not uncomfortable in regards to them making you feel poorly about yourself. It's not uncomfortable in regards to them making you feel uncertain about the relationship itself. But it's like, I've never been in a relationship like this, so I'm trying to navigate what my like new normal is within this relationship. So that is what I have for you guys, group 1, in regards to the cards. I'm going to quickly pull some little notes. I feel like I've been yapping so much this whole reading. I'm so sorry. I'm going to pull some notes to help you guys identify this person. We have a dark night. Okay, so I feel like for a lot of you, you're literally going to see this person, whether they are a man or a woman, as somebody who's coming in and saving you. All right, somebody who's coming in, and I don't mean saving you as like, oh my God, this person's like your knight in shining armor, but I almost feel like they are bringing you to the light, or they are showing you to the light almost. We have body. It could obviously be that you two are very attracted to each other's bodies. I feel like that's a duh. We have what is the best for you? ? We have rare. Okay, this is another thing, you guys. This is why this relationship may be uncomfortable at first, because it may be a more like rare relationship. We have copper brown hair. This could be you or them. We have single. Okay, and we have leveling up, which I always say this, you guys, the Tower is the ultimate glow up card. The reason why the Tower is the ultimate glow up card is because you are getting rid of this nasty, decaying, gross freaking structure, and you get to rebuild. You get to rebuild. You have the opportunity to rebuild, and not everybody has that opportunity. So that is why the Tower is a glow up. Anyways, you guys, group 1, this is the reading I have for you guys. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's reading. Subscribe if you liked it. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to read for you. If you are wanting a personal reading, those should be available again in the description box. I'm very unsure about like what's happening with the personal readings in regards to like the timeline of the waiting list. But go ahead and email me and I will eventually get back to you, I promise. And I'll set up a reading for you. But that is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much. I love you. I hope you all are taking care of yourselves, and that's what I got. So, bye. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your guys' reading. Let's start off with the dice, you guys. Leo and Aries. Hello, Leo. Hello, Aries. Sagittarius and Libra. Leo and Virgo. Hello, Leo. Hello, Virgo. My August babes. All right, let's go ahead and start shuffling for you guys, group 2. All right, can I get a message about the next 6 months of group number 2's love life? Interesting. Can I get clarification on this card, please? the next 6 months of group 2's love life. All right, perfect. This is interesting. So to start us off, group 2, you guys have the Queen of Pentacles, and this is talking about stability in regards to being very ambitious, but also having a really beautiful and loving home life. This is balance. This is essentially like the card that equals work-life balance, all right? So the way I would see this in regards to a relationship essentially would be like you are receiving, or you will be experiencing more balance in your relationship, perhaps more harmony. Here's the thing. For some of you watching this, like you obviously are single. And I'm feeling like maybe your focus isn't necessarily so much on finding love, but finding happiness in your life overall, finding happiness with your friends or with your family, socializing. It could even be that you're like dating more, but for those of you who are in a relationship, this could be experiencing more harmony and balance in your love life. The reason why I feel hesitant to say that, you guys, is because the next card is the 8 of Swords. And to clarify that, we have the King of Cups. So for some reason, I feel like for some of you, the reason why you're experiencing more harmony and balance in your love life is because you are holding something back emotionally, which I hate, because then that doesn't feel like true harmony or true balance, because we're holding something back. We are withdrawing ourselves almost. So I do love that. It could be emotionally we're feeling trapped, or we're feeling like we can't express ourselves in regards to our love life over the next 6 months, which again, I don't really love. We also have the the 8 of Pentacles. This is talking about working really hard on something, trying to perfect something within our love life. So, for those of you who are single, I don't see this as you getting into a relationship, but I do see this as you putting more work and effort towards yourself. And whenever we put effort in towards ourselves, you guys, whenever we are working on ourselves, that is automatically going to make you more romantically attractive. Like it just is. And I know people don't like to hear that because, I don't know, I guess it's not fun to be like, I have to work on myself, but it's just, it is what it is, what it is. The more you work on yourself, the more you reflect upon yourself and you improve upon yourself, the more likely you are to find somebody who is going to be romantically interested in you, right? So over the next 6 months for this group, for the singles, it's feeling more so that like we are finding more balance within ourselves, but it does feel like emotionally we are holding back. At the same time, we're working on ourselves though. So interesting for those of you who are in a relationship. Again, I'm almost seeing this as like holding your tongue about something and trying to like work on yourself. Some of you may have like mental health struggles. Anyone who may have like BPD, that may be something that you are working on or trying to like get a better handle on, get a better grasp on. I don't really like talking about specific mental health struggles, you guys, but for some reason this is kind of like, it feels like us holding back emotionally or holding back something that we're wanting to say or feel or express. It has to do with us improving upon ourselves, or us trying to be a better partner, or us trying to be better in regards to relationships. Sure. The way that I see that, it's like perhaps your emotions can tend to be a bit volatile, or perhaps your emotions could be maybe not even volatile, but intense. And working on trying to control that, or working on trying to not be so aggressive emotionally, okay? Now, we also have Temperance here, and Temperance is talking about harmony and balance. This is pouring from one cup into another. So again, for a lot of you, you are going to be experiencing more harmony and balance in your love life. And I do feel like emotional restraint or emotional control is playing a role in that, okay? Can I please get a message for group number 2? I don't know, guys. It's almost as if this is something I've done for a while. We have the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords, you guys, is literally talking about mental health struggles. So here's the thing, guys. Now that this card is here, I feel like it's appropriate for me to say your love life has been affected by mental health struggles in the past. And this is not something to be ashamed of, you guys. If you are somebody who struggles with your mental health, whether that's anxiety, whether that's depression, bipolar, BPD, things like this, I don't want you guys to feel unlovable. I don't want you guys to feel like you are undeserving of love, because you are. But it makes sense to me that I was feeling everything that I was feeling. It, like, the Queen of Pentacles wasn't necessarily feeling as good as she usually feels. She was feeling more so like, we're working on ourselves, we're going to therapy, we're trying to create harmony and balance, but in a grounded way. And then again, for everything that showed up afterwards, it just felt like we need to find more emotional stability. So for the Nine of Swords to now show up, it's confirmation for me that your love life has been affected by mental health struggles in the past, or is being affected within the next 6 months. And we're working on finding that harmony. We're working on finding that balance, okay? We also have the Queen of Swords here. This is indicating an energy of cutting out anything that is not in alignment with ourselves, cutting out anything that is not in alignment with the truth, with honesty, with facts, right? The Queen of Swords is not somebody who puts up with BS. She's very blunt and to the point. She doesn't, you know how I see her? I see her as somebody who's not desperate. I see her as somebody who's very much secure within herself. Her attachment style would not be anxious. I would say that her attachment style would be secure attached, right? Someone who knows their power, somebody who's intelligent, somebody who does not need anybody else to feel whole. She feels whole on her own. Okay. I want to get one more tarot card before I move on to the oracles. Can I please get one? Okay. A golden opportunity being presented to you guys, group number 2. So this could be literally seen as a golden opportunity in regards to love. So somebody offering like a ring to be like, will you freaking marry me? This could also be somebody saying like, I want to be in a relationship with you. Here's this opportunity to experience this really beautiful relationship. For a lot of you, I do think this golden opportunity has to do with your mental health and really, really working on that and getting to a place where you're feeling healthy mentally and emotionally so that you can improve upon the relationships that are in your life, whether they are romantic or platonic. And I know this is a romance reading, but for a lot of you, I do feel like once you're able to have stable relationships platonically, it's easier to have more stable relationships romantically. I know that's not always the case, but I do feel like it is helpful. So let's move along to the astrology cards. Can I please get a message for group number 2? Okay, I'm happy for you guys. We have the 4th house. This is stability. This is the home. This is talking about family and the roots, you guys. So over the next 6 months, you are really focusing on strengthening your root system. What does that mean? Again, finding stability emotionally and mentally. You guys, this is so important. And again, I want you to know that if you do struggle with mental health issues, that you are deserving of love. But you're also deserving of like loving yourself. You're also deserving of making sure that you are taking care of yourself emotionally and mentally. So I'm seeing this for a lot of you over the next 6 months, really, really getting grounded in your root system, really setting a strong foundation in regards to like you feeling solid and secure within yourself. Now, for those of you who are in a relationship, this is just for me a sign that the relationship will improve or get stronger over the next 6 months. And the reason why I'm saying that is because there's so much here about us working on ourselves and mental health. And I feel like in doing that in your relationship, if your relationship has solid bones or a good structure, I do feel like this can only improve the relationship, right? If you're with a loving partner, this can only improve a relationship. Obviously, if you're with somebody who's not a loving partner, you improving yourself is not going to be a positive thing, because abusive people like people who don't care about themselves. They like people who don't want the best for themselves. So anyways, if your partner is a good person, if your partner wants the best for you, if your partner loves you, this is only going to make your relationship stronger, especially because we have Juno here, you guys, and Juno is an asteroid. This is connected to the soulmate, okay? So I want you guys to keep in mind, group 2, that as you heal yourself, as you focus on yourself, as you love yourself, your soulmate is coming closer to you. For those of you who are single, for those of you who are in a relationship, again, I do see this as your relationship growing stronger and the stability being set in place, okay? I want to get one more astrology card. Can I please get one more? We have Aries here, and this is act. Okay, so this is taking action. I feel like this is you taking, or yeah, stepping into a proactive role in regards to your love life, or stepping into a proactive role in regards to where you are wanting to go in regards to your love life. This is a very action-oriented sign. This is like movement, forward motion, things like that, okay? Oh, all right. Oh, there's a hair on my lip. Ew. All right, can I please get, oh my gosh, honestly, you guys, the way this came out just didn't freaking feel right, so I'm gonna put these back. I feel like I just picked the deck up and it just like flip-flopped out. So, can I please get a message for group? Better. Perfect. Okay, so we'll start off with the heavy one. Why? Okay, it says shallow. This is hollow, empty, and boredom. So for a lot of you, you may be experiencing boredom in your love life right now. Over the next 6 months, you may also be experiencing some boredom, especially for those of you who are not choosing to nourish yourself. Okay, again, this is something that I've talked about throughout the reading. This is going to be important over the next 6 months. If you guys are wanting to experience more love, I want to encourage you to do this. If you guys are wanting to experience more romantic love, I want to encourage you to do this, okay? Also, I want to say with shallow, I've said this many times, you guys, I oftentimes feel like sometimes people do not get the opportunity to experience real love because they allow their shallowness to blind them. And I'm not someone who believes that like physical appearance is completely obsolete. Like, I think it's obviously important in some regards for obvious reasons, unless you are somebody who is, am I allowed to say that word? Unless you're like asexual, I just don't think that, I don't feel like physical appearance is completely just not important at all, but I don't think it should be at the forefront. I don't think it should be the first primary thing that you're focusing on in regards to having a relationship, especially if you're wanting real love. If you're just wanting to have fun, then obviously physical appearance is the only important thing. If you're just wanting to have fun, that should be at the forefront if you're just wanting to have fun. But if you're wanting real love, if you're wanting a real connection with somebody, I don't think that should be at the forefront. And I do believe that some people truly do miss out on real love because they're so focused on like, they don't have a six-pack. And it's like, okay, Rebecca, like, is that important? I don't know. Or Steve, because it's not just women who do that. It's also men. I feel like mostly. But anyways, don't want to just pick on the girlies. Moving on, we have longing, okay? And it says craving, aching, and wanting. Craving, aching, and wanting. I do feel like for a lot of you, again, there is this like deep desire to experience love. And I feel like for those of you, again, who are in, or who are struggling with like mental health issues, I do feel like this longing is referencing there being this energy of like, I long so deeply for true love. I long so deeply for my soulmate. And I think that for some of you that may be causing like issues in your love life or struggles in your love life, because it's like, I want so badly to be in love that it's almost like you guys are, I don't want to say messing up relationships prior to them even starting, but that's kind of what it feels like. It almost feels like an energy of, I want something so badly that when I get it, I ruin it. And then we have twin flames here, you guys, and it says mirroring, shared feelings, and reflection. So this is obviously talking about you coming into union with somebody who is very much in alignment with yourself, somebody who is very much, it gives me like birds of a feather flocking together, right? Like that is the energy of twin flames when we're talking about a general reading. Because Juno is here and Juno is connected to like soulmates, I do feel like this is very likely, again, that for those of you who are choosing to nourish yourself, you are finding love over the next 6 months. It's not to say that those of you who are choosing not to nourish yourself, that you're not going to be experiencing love, but I just don't know how healthy or how viable that love will be. For those of you who are nourishing yourselves, it does feel like there is a high probability of you experiencing a really beautiful, like abundant opportunity in regards to love. That could be a soulmate connection, a twin flame connection, maybe a life partner type of connection, okay? So, can I please get, what was that? Transformation and growth. I don't know if that showed up on camera the way it was showing up to me, but this like flipped and then like flipped back down, but it caught my eye. So, growth and transformation. I want you guys to take note of the fact that these leaves on the tree are completely bare. That is representing starting over, being in winter. Winter is a moment of stillness. It's a moment to really sit and reflect and prep for the upcoming spring, right, you guys? So if you feel like your tree is bare right now and there's nothing growing on your tree of love, I want you guys to know that spring is around the corner. I mean, spring is like past at this point, but spring is around the corner and you guys need to prepare for that. How do you prepare for that, right? If you're wanting a tree to grow strong and tall, you should nourish that tree. You should make sure it's getting water. You should make sure it's getting sun. You should make sure the soil is right. So make sure that you are nourishing your love tree, aka yourself, right? Because you are your vessel of love. So can I get another message for group number 2? You guys are watching me shuffle. You guys are watching me shuffle. I'm not just giving you this message because I want to be like, oh my God, you need to love yourself before you can find love. I'm not trying to be annoying, guys. This is literally just what the cards are saying. This is literally just what the cards are saying. So look within, all right? All right, let's go on over here. Can I get a message for... Okay, we have inconsistence, falseness, and thought. So I'm reading these as a story, you guys. I'm almost seeing this as you guys having really negative thoughts about yourself or really negative thoughts in regards to love that may be inconsistent and that are most definitely false, and needing to break out of that, needing to like blast away from that, okay? I want to get one more from this deck before I move on to the last deck. A journey. Self-love is a journey, you guys, and I'm not saying you have to be perfect when you find the love of your life, when you meet your soulmate. I'm not saying you need to be like, I am completely and totally emotionally and mentally healthy and healed. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying if you have been avoiding your healing journey, if you've been avoiding loving yourself, if you've been avoiding taking care of yourself, and you're like, but I want someone else to love me, I want someone else to do this and this and that, it's time to start the journey, all right? If you are wanting someone to love you in that way, you need to start loving yourself in that way. Start the journey. You don't need to be perfect when you meet the love of your life. Actually, you guys, I honestly feel, personally for me, I never want to be with somebody who only wants me when I'm at my best. If you only want me when I'm at my best, then I don't want you. Like, get away. So I'm not trying to represent a narrative of like, you need to be so perfect for the love of your life. You need to be perfect to meet your soulmate. That is not the message, but the message is you need to love yourself enough to nourish yourself and to give yourself the love that you're wanting to receive, so that you do not, and I said this in the last reading, it's the equivalent of being in the desert and starving. If you're starving in the middle of the desert, you will be willing to eat anything to sustain your life, right? But that's not how you should go about love. That's not, you shouldn't be starving for it, so then you just eat anything, because then you're going to eat something that's maybe not the best for you, right? So anyways, start the journey for those of you who have not yet started the journey. This is the last deck I'm going to pull from, and then I'm going to get from the bowl. Sacred space, repression, lessons from Pluto. So sacred space says time out, clear your energy. Space brings clarity. All right. Space brings clarity. This is talking about creating a sacred space for yourself. Why are we creating a sacred space for ourselves? To nourish ourselves, you guys. Sacred space is a place in which we feel safe. It's a place in which we feel like we can meditate, we can relax, we can take a Deep breath in and out, right? So I want you guys to embrace this sacred space. I want you guys to enter into a place in which you have this sacred space where you can nourish yourself. We also have repression, and it says someone does not express how they truly feel. Going back to the beginning, that's exactly what I was saying here. Repressing our feelings. Again, for those of you who are struggling with your mental health issues, I'm not encouraging anybody to repress their feelings, but I almost feel like there are times in which our anxieties can get the best of us and can ruin something really positive in our lives. So for those of you who do struggle with mental health issues, if you can afford to do so, I want to encourage you to seek out a therapist, to seek out professional help. I'm not an advocate of like just handle things on your own. I think it's completely appropriate to be like, no, like I need help. I have bipolar, or I have BPD, or I have anxiety, or I have depression. Like it's okay to ask for help, you guys. And again, I'm not encouraging anybody to repress emotions, but I do think that at times, if you are somebody who struggles with mental health issues, and I've had anxiety throughout my entire life, you guys, I'm someone who struggled with unhealthy attachment styles, especially in the early stages of my dating experiences. I had really unhealthy attachment styles. And I just feel like sometimes your anxieties can get the best of you, and repressing emotions or repressing those anxieties can be very helpful, okay? We have lessons of Pluto, and it says patterns of control, power, manipulation, and intense push and pull. Attraction, intimacy is not possessive. Again, you guys, this is talking about attachment styles. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind, all right? That therapy may be something you guys should look into over the next 6 months. And this may be something that improves your love life, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're single, whether you're in a situationship. This may be something that vastly improves your love life. So let me go ahead and pull from the bowl really quick. Okay. We have a cute nose. So this could be you or this person who is involved in your love life or who's coming into your love life. We have an entrepreneur. We have short hair. Love yourself. We have light hair as well. We have older. This could be talking about maturity. We have 23. And we have 21, or the 21st. All right, guys. So that is the message I have for you, group number 2. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to read for you today. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. If you liked today's video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. If you're looking for a personal reading, you can go ahead. Oh my God, I'm about to sneeze. You can go ahead and check out my description box with a link to my Etsy shop, where you can either purchase a reading if they're available. You can message me so I can set up a booking for you, or you can email me. Thank you guys. I love you. And that is all I got. So bye. Hi, group 3. Welcome to your guys' reading. Let's go ahead and roll the dice. If you're new here, you guys, the dice is extra. It's dessert. So if your sign doesn't pop up, it's really not that deep. It's not that serious. The main message, you guys, is within the cards. Scorpio and Leo. Hello, Scorpio. Hello, Leo. Aries and Taurus. Hello, Aries. Hello, Taurus. Pisces and Aries. Hello, Pisces. Hello, Aries. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and oh me, oh my, and start shuffling. We have the 9 of Pentacles. All right, the 9 of Pentacles, you guys, is talking. We've got the 6 wands at the bottom of the deck too. But the 9 of Pentacles, you guys, are talking about luxury and abundance. So over the next 6 months, I feel like you guys are going to be blessed with abundance in your love life. Now, obviously, for each individual watching this, that's going to mean something different, because we are all living different lives, right? When we are doing group readings, you guys, it's very important that we keep in mind that we have to mold and curate it for our own situation. So I want you watching to sit and think where your love life is right now and what it would mean for your love life to transform into something that is very abundant over the next 6 months. For me, if my love life was to become luxurious over the next 6 months, I would have a ring on my finger, I would be married and like living in bliss. Okay, that's what my love life would look like in the next 6 months if I were to get this card, okay? Now, for those of you who are single, that may be a bit extreme, right? Because the Nine of Pentacles is luxury and abundance, but it's not like, you know, it's not the Emperor, it's not the Ten of Pentacles, it's the Nine of Pentacles. So maybe that means you're in a relationship. Maybe that means that you've met somebody who you genuinely connect with. For those of you who were already in a relationship, maybe that means a baby. Maybe that means going on a little vacation with your lover. I don't know exactly what this means for you specifically, but this is letting me know that in the next 6 months, there is going to be some type of a luxurious either experience or energy surrounding your love life, okay? Also, just so you guys know, this is the same day I just changed my shirt. In case anyone's like, you were wearing a different shirt in the intro. I just changed my shirt because I was like wanting to be comfy. Anyways, can I get a message for group number 3? You guys are leaving behind old patterns in your love life in the next 6 months. Specifically for those of you who are single, you are leaving behind okay? Because I feel like, again, you guys are walking towards more abundance. You guys are walking towards more prosperity and more happiness when it comes to your love life. I feel like for some of you, you are cutting off the toxicity. For some of you, this doesn't even have to do with your love life. This has to do with like friends or family members who are super toxic or who aren't clapping for you when you're winning. And this is you choosing to walk away from that. And in doing that, again, you are reaching more abundance. You are reaching more favorable situations in regards to your love life. For others of you, this could be like finally shutting a door with somebody from the past, finally closing out a chapter with somebody from the past. Now, this could be a chapter that you have closed a few times or a chapter that has been closed for a while, but it's like we are officially cutting that cord, okay? My eyeball. Oh my God. Okay. Can I please get a message? Oh, that is a lot. That is a lot. I love how I was like, you guys are receiving luxury in your love life, but it's not the Ten of Pentacles. It's not the Emperor. Okay. Anyways, I do believe for a lot of you, you are going to be experiencing more balance in your love life, an equal give and take. Again, for those of you who are single, I would see this as you entering into a relationship or connecting with somebody who is putting in the same energy and effort that you are putting in, okay? I don't know. For some of you, this is not romantic. And I know this is a romance reading, and I feel really bad about saying this because I know most of you are here for romance. But I feel like for some of you, it's almost like you're meeting a friend. You're meeting someone who's like connected to your soul, but in a non-romantic way. And you two are really balancing each other out. I also feel like there's this energy here of like helping each other. I don't want to say grow, but it's like I'm helping you in this next phase of life. I'm holding your hand through this next phase of life. If it is romantic, you guys, it's literally just saying that you and your partner are balancing each other out. We also have the Four of Pentacles here. Now, the thing about the Four of Pentacles, sometimes people can see this as like secrecy or holding something back in regards to like what it is you need to say or like something that you're feeling. I see this as protective energy. I see this as like, I want to conserve my resources. I want to make sure that I am set up for the future. When we're talking about this in a traditional manner, this is talking about holding back your money, or being very frugal with your finances and being like, I'm not spending my money on this, I'm not spending my money on that, which is smart. It's wise to do that, right? And I think in a relationship, the way that I would see this, it's like, I'm not going to just give my relationship details out to anybody. I'm not going to just put my relationship out on display for anybody. I'm going to be protective of my relationship the way that I'd be protective of my finances, right? So essentially, I feel like for some of you, this is essentially saying that there's going to be an energy of secrecy or more privateness around your love life in the next 6 months. And I think this is a beautiful thing. I know for me, I feel like in relationships that I didn't really care about, I talked a lot about them, versus relationships that are really important to me. I feel like I give very few details, or I only share like the big things, you know. I'm not going to share or overshare, right? So protection within a relationship. This could also talk about being very close to somebody or obtaining a more intimate, close relationship. All right. We have the High Priestess. This is talking about wisdom and duality. Again, I'm feeling like for a lot of you watching this person who's coming into your life is really balancing you out. But I also feel like this is a relationship that is occurring that is, number one, very passionate. But number two, I feel like it's a very mature relationship. I feel like, again, oftentimes when people are young or immature, they tend to enter into relationships with people who they are not compatible with. And it's like, oh, we fight all the time, or like we disagree on this, we can't communicate. When in reality, like starting a relationship off on a bad note where it's like we don't know how to communicate, or we're always arguing, or like all there is a physical connection, like that's not a recipe for a good cake, okay? That's a recipe for a floppy, soggy cake, and we don't want a soggy cake. So essentially what I'm saying is, you guys, I feel like all the ingredients that you guys need to have a healthy, beautiful relationship is here. There's nothing here screaming to me like marriage or you're gonna settle down with somebody. But I do feel like for a lot of you watching this, there's somebody coming into your life who you are going to value very much. And again, for some of you, this is going to be somebody who's platonic. Maybe it starts off romantic and then it turns into like, oh, like we shouldn't date. Like we would just be really great friends. And then we have the Emperor. So yes, it's very possible for some of you watching this. I know for me, when I was single, I would always get the Emperor in my relationship readings. And I just knew deep down, I was like, this is the person that I'm like looking for. Like the energy of the Emperor is who I'm looking for. So same for you guys, right? The energy of the Emperor may be something that you are attracted to or something that you are looking for. Somebody who's a leader, somebody who's reliable, somebody who is very secure within themselves, somebody who knows what they somebody who knows what they want. So that is the energy of the Emperor. Essentially, you guys, this could also be talking about you two, or you stepping into more independence and more power within your love life, feeling very confident in yourself and what it is that you have to offer in a relationship. Can I please get a message for group prioritizing? Okay, here we go. We have the Three of Swords. Now, you guys, this could very well be talking about this Eight of Cups, us walking away from that hurt from the past, that pain from the past. This could also be you guys experiencing some type of heartbreak or disappointment in regards to your love life. I have to say that because that's just a very obvious, like, I can't be like, oh, this is a super positive thing. We also have prioritizing, right? So it feels like we're cutting certain things out, or we're releasing certain people. Maybe we're walking away from certain situations, and there was a point in our life where we really loved that situation, or we had a lot of like connection, perhaps even familiarity to that situation. But in walking away, you guys, I ultimately feel like we are walking towards more abundance and more happiness in regards to our love life, okay? This reading with the tarot, it very much feels like we are cutting the dead weight. And I hate to say that because it almost sounds, sorry guys, it almost sounds a little cold or sterile, but it feels like we are cutting the dead weight. And in doing that, we are then opening up the doors to experience more happiness in our love life. Now, I want to go ahead and get some more to like validate this feeling that I'm getting. Can I please get a message for group number 3 in regards to what's coming up in their love life? We have the Ascendant. We have the 10th house. This is authority. So again, you guys, there's something here that's showing up with the career. I don't know if you're meeting somebody through your career, or if you guys are personally like climbing the ladder of success in your career. And this may be a time period over the next 6 months in which you are meeting somebody. It's not to say that you're meeting them through the means of your career, but it could be that this is an indicator, or like another major event that may mark like, oh, I'm meeting this person, or my relationship with this person is developing. It could even be, you guys, that this person is going to be in a phase in their life where their career is elevating at the time in which you two are really connecting. I know, especially, and I know people hate when I say this, but especially I feel like for like straight men, they tend to And again, this isn't every straight man, okay? I'm not speaking for all the straight men of the world, but I do feel like in general, straight men tend to be like, I want to be in a relationship or like settle down when I'm like financially stable, or when I feel like okay with where I'm at financially or in my career, okay? And again, I know this is not all straight men. I know this is not all men in general. I'm just saying, a lot of them say this, okay? It could even be that you guys are overcoming challenges, all right, during this time. Now we have the South Node, which again, you guys, going back to the Eight of Cups, there is something from our past that we are walking away from, or that we are releasing in the next 6 months, and this has to do with our love life, okay? I feel like, yet again, in letting this go, we are reaching our full potential in regards to our love life. And it may not even be like you're meeting your soulmate. It may be that you are becoming the person that you're meant to become in this lifetime, or you are embracing more of an energy that is in alignment with your soul, which is then putting you on the path to meet somebody who is going to be better suited for you. But to be honest, guys, like a lot of this feels like letting go, experiencing hurt, experiencing some heartbreak, and then ultimately like reaching something. It's almost like we're striking gold, and we're like, I didn't even know this is how good it could get. I wasn't even aware or conceptualizing that this is how amazing my love life could get. That's what it's feeling like. Okay. Can I please get a message for group 3? Okay, so we have finality. It says farewells, leaving behind, and closure. So for a lot of you watching, there's going to be closure taking place in your love life. For a lot of you watching, there's going to be farewells taking place in your love life. Now, again, I do have to remind you guys that for this specific group, I didn't really feel this for the other groups, but for this specific group, this could also have to do with a friend that has been close to you, and releasing that relationship. And I'm not wishing that upon anyone, you guys, but there are some people who pick this group who are experiencing really toxic or negative friendships, and those friendships are holding them back from being able to experience love romantically. I don't know if it's like you have a territorial friend, or you have a friend who's like not sabotaging your relationships, but maybe like planting negative seeds in your relationship or in you to feel about your relationships. I know for me, I definitely have had friends who have planted negative seeds of doubt with certain relationships that I've had in the past, and that was never something I enjoyed. So that may be something that's going on for you guys. We also have escaping. It says avoiding, blocking, and pushing away. Avoiding, blocking, and pushing away. Some of you may be at a point in life where you don't feel like you're ready to fully like close this chapter, and that is okay. You'll move on when you're ready to move on. We have a bluff, and it says pretending, mask, and exaggeration. So that's never good, right? It could be that there's somebody from your past who's wearing a false mask. It could be that there's somebody from your past who's pretending to be somebody that they're not. With this, I would just say use your discernment, which is like obvious. Use your discernment in all things. Cutting off the fat, you guys, again. Okay, and when I use that, I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Like, prioritizing, making sure that you are only focusing and taking with you what you need and what is good for you, and leaving behind anything that's not. I want one more card from this deck. Can I please get... We have stress. This says turbulence, tension, and arguments. Turbulence, tensions, and arguments. We do have that Three of Swords, right, guys? So again, I just really feel like there is something or someone from your past that there's a need for you to walk away from. And I feel like in walking away from this person, maybe that's why there's like this protecting yourself energy here, right? A need to protect yourself, a need to reserve your resources, reserve your energy, reserve perhaps your feelings, your emotions, protecting yourself, being very wise about how you're going about this relationship, standing in your own power, right? I don't know, I was really excited for this reading, and I feel like it's been, I feel like a little bit of a bumpy ride so far. All right, can I get... Can I get one more? Can I get one more? We have trauma involved, which I hate, which, if I'm just being fair, like, it does kind of make sense with the whole Three of Swords situation going on. Again, like, I hate it, but it does make sense, right? Unfortunately. We have learned through this, so lessons being learned, which again, it makes sense with the South Node, with the Three of Swords, with the Eight of Cups, social media connection. You know what? Things are never what they seem. Just be aware, keep your eyes open, group 3. If somebody's trying to sell you the sun, the moon, and the stars, question it. Maybe just be like, why? Why is that? I don't want to make anyone here afraid to fall in love or afraid to open up, because I think that we should all be open to love at all times. But I think that you should require people to match their words to their actions. And I think that people should be required to invest in you. Just like you should invest in other people. But I feel like, I don't know. Don't fall in love with somebody's words. Fall in love with their actions, okay? All right. Can I get a message for group number 3? We have a physician here. All right, so this is talking about our health. This could also be talking about a literal physician for some of you, but this is health, right? So within the next 6 months, taking care of your health, taking care of yourself is going to be really important in regard to your love life. I feel like this is important at all times. I think the message for you, group 3, is like you're getting your bag, because there's a lot of stuff here indicating like money coming in. There's not a whole lot saying that like you're going to be falling in love and getting married and having babies. There's not a whole lot saying that, but there is. You guys have so many cards that's like, get your bag, babe. Get the bag. Fall in love with the bag. All right. Some of you don't like that. I'm sorry about it. That's what the cards are saying. So, can I please get a... This is great. Okay. All of this aside, we have new beginnings. It says letting go, change, time to move forward, risks and opportunities. Time to move forward. All right. That's exciting. And I know all of this was kind of heavy, guys. This wasn't again, the smoothest ride, but however, the fact that new beginnings is here, I think this is beautiful. I think this is amazing. We have to be willing to move forward, right? We have to be willing to like release the past and move forward. I think the next 6 months, again, there may be somebody who strikes your attention, somebody who you get emotionally attached to, and then there may be a need to let them go and focus on yourself and prepare for new beginnings. And I know nobody wants to hear that, and you guys are probably like, oh, I'll just avoid dating over the next 6 months. Don't do that, because there's a lesson to be learned here. There's something to learn from the situation, and there is a new beginning at the end of it. Can I get a message? We have thought patterns here. It says, get out of your head and into your heart. This is the truth. Okay. I was talking about this a bit earlier. I do feel like oftentimes for those of you who struggle with anxiety, it can be very debilitating to stay in your mind or to stay in your head when it comes to like what is going on in a relationship, especially a new relationship, right? So if you are dating somebody, you guys, and it's new and it's fresh, try your very best to not get stuck in the pattern of overthinking, okay? Because overthinking can steal your joy, can steal your happiness. I'm not saying to be delusional or to ignore red flags. Always keep your eyes open, okay? Why did I do that? I don't know. Always keep your eyes open though. But don't be too much in your head, right? I know it's hard. It's easier said than done. I'm very aware. Okay. Telepathy. Interesting. This connection has a very strong, empathetic, and telepathic soul bond. All right. So again, this could be that platonic friend coming in, you guys. This could be somebody romantic coming in. I feel like for a lot of you, there's a situation where we have to work through our trauma, and this trauma could have already happened. For those of you who recently got out of a relationship, especially a long-term relationship, it would make sense to me that the next 6 months would be us like healing, trying to figure ourselves out, trying to rebalance, right? Focusing on our money, focusing on prioritizing what is important, what needs to come with me, what needs to stay behind, having this new beginning, right? I feel like for those of you who have stuck around for this pile, it's either you recently went through a breakup, you're going through a breakup, or you are going to be going through a breakup, and kind of restructuring your life, restructuring the ins and outs of your love life. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly pull from my bowl really quick. Can I get a message for group number 3? Is it what you want? Question marks. Some of you guys may be questioning if this relationship is what you want. We have a twin flame. We have Belgium. Okay, so hello to everybody in Belgium. We have it's time. We have works with hands. We have C. We have a check-in. This could be talking about going to a hotel, checking in. Maybe you guys are traveling, meeting someone, and like checking into a hotel. Ooh. We have a government job. Silver. Brown eyes. Big hands. One more. Small nose. Okay. I know I said one more, but really one more. Hygienic. Okay, we're done. Hygienic could also be seen as like us cleaning, right? Us like cleansing our love life. Anyways, you guys, I'm sorry, group 3, if this is not the message you wanted to hear. Again, I feel like for a lot of you, this is a lot about like letting go over the next 6 months, focusing on new beginnings, getting our financial situation straight, focusing on our health, prioritizing. But that's what I have for you guys, group 3. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. I really do appreciate it. I'm sending you guys love. If you liked today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe. If you want to purchase a personal reading, I have those in the description box. If they are out of stock, you can go ahead and email me or send me a message on Etsy and I can set something up for you in the future. That is all I got. Bye.